And we're back, everybody, for episode 3 of Three Ravens and a Steeler. Got me and Ed going tonight. First, we're going to cap off that Ravens shutout, Ed. I mean, I was impressed by that. Whenever you can shut an NFL team out, I don't care who they are.
Yep.
You didn't even let them get a field goal? I saw that game. I'm like, because my team played Monday, so I got to see the whole thing. And what I liked is it was dominant from front to back. So the Steelers were dominant, but we let them get 2 jump touchdowns. We do that.
Right.
Y'all didn't let them get anything.
Yeah. You're right. The NFL makes it easy to score. So even I was impressed when Philly shut out the Raiders. The Raiders are terrible offensively. Kenny Pickett started, and I was impressed with that. So shutting out Burrow, I was impressed. I didn't get to see it. You know, we were in Crownsville.
You're Crownsville this weekend. Okay.
So I was impressed though.
Yeah, nah. I looked at 24-0. Was it?
Yeah.
Something like that? I'll say no. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's the Titans or the Raiders. I don't care if it's me and you.
I feel a little better about the pass rush.
That's one thing I wanted to bring up about that game. Because y'all did, once you get to, I'm going to say, your 5th year of experience as an NFL quarterback, I ain't going to say you've seen everything, but you've seen just about everything. Like Mahomes is going into his 10th year. You get guys like Matt Stafford, Aaron Rodgers.
Seen it all.
You're not going to, the only difference is when you throw it at them. And do you have the element of surprise? Well, it looks like y'all had the element of surprise because some of them, first of all, when y'all were blitzing them, I was like this, no.
Right. Oh, so they blitz quite a bit.
Some, but it wasn't all blitzes though, Ed.
Yeah.
I hate to use the word exotic because it's an overuse, but if you're going to use it, it's what the Ravens did. They did some exotic blitzes. And I think what made it unusual, to use the word exotic, is when they did it. And it wasn't just on first down. And Burrow looked to chuck that ball up about 50 times, which was since he had a bad game plan also to begin with.
Right.
I don't think, as cold as it was, putting the ball up 50 times was the way to go.
Right.
I really don't think that was I think you have 2 good running backs, and Brown, and I'm getting ready to say Giovanni, but no, that backup, Samaje Perine.
Flat from the past.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it was a bad game plan. The Ravens executed theirs, and y'all got to Burrow.
Yeah.
A lot. I'm looking at it, I was like, okay, this is just what I need. Y'all have to get a pass rush.
You got to make the quarterback uncomfortable.
You got to.
When we played y'all a couple of weeks ago, Aaron Rodgers wasn't uncomfortable. When we played Cincinnati Thanksgiving night, Burrow wasn't uncomfortable. So that's what you get. Lost, you'll lose.
Right. Yeah.
Now, what about? Okay, I saw the first half of y'all game.
Okay.
And it looks like y'all just said, okay, let's not turn the ball over. In a few minutes, they're not going to feel like playing football anymore. They the Miami Dolphins.
That's mainly true. You know that, right?
They're going to get cold. They're going to have them blankets hovered over them, on the side.
Right. Well, that's mainly Tua that don't do good under 40.
Oh,
there you go.
What's good?
how you doing, man?
Okay, how y'all?
Good.
We recapping that shutout y'all did Sunday, nephew. I was impressed by it personally. I thought it was a great win. What you think?
I think Cincinnati ain't want to be there. They look cold. I was like, how come the Ravens don't look cold? The Bengals all look cold.
You know what, Burrow? One of the things is I don't even think it was the temperature. Burrow has made some comments the past couple of weeks that has kind of isolated himself from the team. He said some stuff like that's not team friendly. I'll just say that, and I think it showed on the field.
It's understandable, but he probably shouldn't have said it in the media.
Well, when Matt, he shouldn't have said it to the media. That's the worst thing to do. And I remember when Matt Stafford was at the Detroit Lions. Oh, shut
All right, man. Be safe.
Are you driving? Man, are you crazy?
I do this all the time for work, man.
Okay.
I ain't
All right.
football, man.
That's some serious dedication right there.
Well, I tell you, this podcast gonna fly off, boy. I tell you. Hey, Sean, we recapping that shutout that y'all got on Cincy Sunday. Me personally, I was impressed by it. What are your thoughts?
I ain't impressed by nothing we do to the Bengals, man. Y'all know how I feel about them. Ain't nobody worried
man.
about them.
Rashad, shutting out an NFL team is impressive. They can't even get a field goal?
They're a bunch of bums. No, I'm just joking.
Mind
A
you,
lot of
this is a
things-
team that just beat us.
Yeah, a lot of things went right in that. A lot of things went perfect for Ray. Went right.
Mm-hmm.
Things that's not going to happen. A daggone pitch for a touchdown. Would that happen every couple of years or something? All that kind of stuff. I don't put too much stock in it.
Okay.
The thing that encouraged me the most wasn't even the defense, actually. The Burrow's kind of a nutcase this year.
You want to know why? Shaw, he's getting hammered and they're losing.
Yeah, so what encouraged me the most was Lamar, ironically.
Wow. There's hope.
Because it was cold.
Well, yeah, he looked a little bit more like himself than he has in the past. He didn't like the world on fire, but he looked more like himself. There's a little bit of scrambling. He was accurate with his passes. He didn't pass a lot, but he was accurate when he did pass. That's what encouraged me the most. Not even the defense.
Well, the defense got pressure. I know you noticed, but the defense got pressure on Burrow, and it wasn't always a blitz. Y'all did blitz him, but y'all got pressure sometimes with four. I saw it.
They did.
Yeah, that you know what? I failed to mention that. That did encourage me.
Yep.
The Ravens
Yes.
they haven't been able to get pressure before all year.
Yep.
And this is the first time they had Fabius and the new guy together. And those seem to be our two best pass rushers right now. This is the first time they both in the field. So
I like
good.
Fabius, man. He's
That was
tough.
a good one.
Yeah, that's to me was the difference in the game. Burrowhead was uncomfortable for 4 quarters, and Lamar was comfortable for 4 quarters. That to me was the difference in the game. When you make any quarterback uncomfortable, they're gonna do what he did, not score.
Can I add one thing about the Bengals, which y'all was talking about a couple of minutes ago?
Yeah, absolutely.
Joe Burrow. What you all are saying about divisive and you shouldn't do it in the media. Everything you all are saying, I would agree with you, except for one organization.
The
and that
Bengals?
is the notoriously cheap, ridiculous Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, are they really cheap? I think they misspent their money, man.
Yeah.
Bringing teams back was a bad move. You can't.
Yeah,
just
it was,
players-
but Percy, as any player in the league, any player on any team, they'll tell you about the Bengals.
Right, yeah, I mean, historically, you're right, but I'm just saying the fact they paid both Chase, Joe got his money, Jamal got his money, T got his money. I mean, bro, how much?
They got a nephew. They got wrapped up $100 million in just those 3 players
That's
That's
insanity.
true. That's
So
true.
your team gonna be.
per year, not for the entirety. $100 million per year.
That's crazy.
Well,
And I'm telling you, Ed, I'm gonna add this thought. Which you're right about, since he's misspending their money, nephew. I think you said it. The only reason they signed T. Higgins is so the Steelers wouldn't get him. I'm convinced of that. Ain't nobody gonna tell me otherwise. They didn't want him, and they said it practically publicly. Then there was some interest. The Steelers are interested in T. Higgins. 2 weeks later, the Bengals have come to terms with T. Higgins. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Joe
They get on my nerves.
wanted him. I know Joe wanted him. He volleyed for him verbally in the media.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was about to say. Joe is the one that created this mess, so I kind of am not. He wanted Jamal Chase. I heard after his rookie year when he got hurt, I heard Cincinnati absolutely was going to draft for offensive lineman in the first round. He insisted he wanted Jamal Chase. It's worked out, but you got to have time to throw to Jamal Chase.
He suffered 2 injuries since Jamar Chase's draft, and one of them caused him to be out extensive time. Yeah, you need a O-line. You need O-line. Look, y'all shut him out, so I was impressed by that. Now, this next, what's up,
You
sir?
know why I don't wanna poo-poo the shutout, right? Because that's difficult to do for any. That's difficult
is.
to do in high school. But
Right.
the Bengals kind of conceded that. So I went back and watched the game again. They had a chance. They were at the 30 or like the 25, something like that, on the last possession, and they went for it, for no reason. They could have just kicked the field goal and ruined the shutout.
Shard,
And
I would be honest with you. Losing 24-3 in the professional eyes is the same thing as losing 24-0.
Charlotte
It's
is
24-0. Shard, no.
I've seen that guy do that before. I've seen him do it. This coach, Zach Taylor.
Zach
did it.
Taylor.
The Ravens were shutting him out back when Wink Martindale was our defensive coordinator. And
Wink.
he went ahead. Yeah, he kicked a field goal with like a couple seconds left, and we beat him like 20-something to 3. And Wink Martindale let him have it. He cursed him out so bad. And I don't think one has to do with the other, but my point is he is petty enough to do that, so he just kind of conceded it. And you know what?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just going to say, and the Bengals actually were in the red zone, I think like 4 times, and Burrow turned it over once, and then I think they went for it. So they had, in my point, they had a chance to get 3 a lot of times. So they were acting kind of stupid and contributed to that shutout. It wasn't a shutout
Right.
in the sense. It wasn't a shutout in the sense that I really take pride in. Is what I'm trying to say. Like when the 2000 Ravens shut you out, you ain't crossed the 50. It's like you ain't have a chance to get 3.
But,
Right.
They had like 4 chances to get 3. But I ain't taking nothing away from the D. The D played great.
It is.
But Shard, in today's NFL, isn't the offense a little different than 2000 the Stone Ages that you look? They give the team the ball at the 30-yard line. Look, you start your drive at the 30, so you already almost at midfield.
Yeah, that's true.
Two first downs.
I don't want to take nothing from him. Yeah.
I was impressed by it. And I'm just telling you. I saw it. The difference in the game was Ravens' pressure. You pressure Burrow with some blitzes, and you pressure them with rushing 4. And I'm like, oh, this is just what I need. Y'all getting pressure on the quarterback with just 4. Wow, thank you. Yeah, okay.
And Aaron Rodgers is going to hold that ball. He's not, the Buffalo game, he got happy feet. Buffalo didn't blitz him. He got happy feet. He saw what was about to happen. Rodgers is not going to throw an interception. That's the number one thing. That if we lose, it's not going to be my fault. He's one of those finger pointing kind of guys.
I didn't like throwing interceptions either, Ed. I didn't like throwing them either.
But you know what?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you didn't.
That is.
And Lamar has become that guy. And you, Aaron Rodgers, and Lamar all have something in common. All y'all took too many sacks.
We took some hits.
Y'all took too many sacks.
We took some hits, no question. I ain't throwing no pick. I can take it. But I'm not Rodgers though. He 42 getting hit in the back by who? That Buffalo Bills edge rusher? Bosa destroyed him. I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. You gotta get that ball out your hands. You are 42. Did y'all see, on a side note, Phillip Rivers almost beat the Seahawks? I saw that game. It was a lot of other good games on, but I watched that game because I've always been a Phillip Rivers fan. This man been out the league 5 years. 44. I'm looking at him, I'm like, see, that's that veteran crafty crap. That craftiness. And this is what I saw from Phillip. Out of the league for 5 years to come back and play against a good Seattle defense, by the way. Seattle top 5, maybe top 7 in the NFL. That was another impressive thing. He knows that he can't do 40 air yards anymore on that right arm.
Right. That ball look like this.
Exactly. He looked like a dog. So explain to me why Seattle, knowing he's been out the league 5 years, he's 44, just didn't adjust your defense accordingly. He's not going to beat you deep. Instead of running cover 2, bring that extra safety to the middle of the field, and because Phil, you utilize all the receivers, and the Colts got some really good receivers. I think Rivers knew which receivers were going to run 4 routes and made Seattle think he was using the entire field, which I not made him think. He actually did. He threw short. He worked the sidelines. He worked the middle. He still had 1 touchdown pass. I mean, I know they lost the game. But when I see that, a performance like that, the NFL is not some league you can just be out for 5 years, work out for a week and a half, and then come back in. These boys are good out here.
Homer Simpson, you see his body, he look like Homer.
I could tell when he had that, nephew, he had that body wrap on, and his stomach started punching out at the bottom.
But look, let me ask y'all a question.
I was impressed.
Do y'all think some of that can be attributed to the fact that he can come off the couch? Well, not even couch. He was coaching, the kids.
High school.
Do you think some of that can be attributed to poor quarterback play overall? The fact that he can come in and off this.
Ed, I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna answer that right now. You've basically been beating. You're saying a drum I've been beating for about the last 10 years. Me personally, I think this quarterback age and quarterback roles have hurt the league and not helped. Rashad and Percy remember, but we probably just can go back a little bit further than them. We remember when backups were winning playoff games. Now, we were in your basement, nephew, I probably was a little inflammatory about it, and I was saying, of the 32 teams in the NFL, I'm going to say about half don't want the quarterback they go into training camp with. And we started counting, and we went down from the top to the bottom. Philly's happy with Hurts. Tampa wants like Baker. You guys are the Steelers went in the side of before Rodgers. We don't know, right now, we don't know who's going to be in our training camp for 2026. So I got to put the Steelers in a we don't know category. You see what I'm saying? I said it was about 20, which is a little too aggressive. But it turns out it's about a little less than half of the league doesn't want one of 3 things: the quarterback, the coach, or the general manager. But we focus on the quarterback right now. I think the fact that Phillip Rivers is able to sit out, gain weight, leave high school, throw a touchdown against a top 7 NFL defense for a week and a half of prep is a condemnation for the league.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
It's no way he should have been allowed to do that. He should have been confused, out of shape. And then I was worried.
I have a theory, but why do you think that is? That it's
Because I think quarterbacking is so bad around the league.
Why?
I think the rules have hurt quarterbacking in the league and not helped them, giving them advantages.
The quarterback is a thing. They don't develop these guys. Some
They
guys
don't.
need more time. Some guys you can't just throw in just because you drafted them high. They used to do that, and that's a part of the problem, man.
It
You
is.
know, a guy he second, third year he a bust. Hey man, hold up, bro.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
just learned the game.
And you know another issue with I'm gonna go back to college now. One of my issues is, boy, Rashad really lit the podcast up last week about the whole father and fatherless thing.
Oh
Man.
boy, here we go.
But I'm gonna go to a different. There are certain quarterbacks. I still think if you look a certain way, people will put you in a certain round of draft. I look at guys like Quinn Ewers, Bo Nix, Jackson Dart, the boy in New Orleans. They all look the same, throw the same, run the same, talk the same, and act the same. It's like if you are 6'1", 6'2", got a cannon of an arm, a pretty good athlete, we automatically going to draft you in the first round.
Yeah.
Bo Nix is not a first round, Ed.
No, he's not.
Jackson Dart is not a first round. We're overdrafting them.
Yeah, so, hey, man.
We're overdrafting.
Sean, is that Sean?
I got a different perspective on that. You know what I think? I think the defense is so handicapped and playing with one hand behind that back that you can bring in, less talented guys. Can you guys picture somebody like Jackson Dart trying to do something in the 70s as a rookie, like coming
Right,
in the
right,
70s?
right.
Okay.
They're
I got you.
Detroit.
He wouldn't gain 100 yards. They would kill. He would be trying to run around and do this little, because he doesn't have exceptional athletic ability. He can move, but they would kill him.
He ain't John Elway.
Right.
Yeah, you can't touch the QB no more. So you have these guys. Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
If you take Phillip Rivers, this old version of him, put him back in the '80s, he'd be in a casket. They would kill him, man.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah. I agree.
you can get away with
Okay.
that type of mess now. You could get away with bringing in a 56-year-old Rivers.
Now that's true. Everything you're saying.
56.
I was reading some comments from fans. As a matter of fact, Mill, I told you I read. One reason I read Steeler Depot a lot is because the comments from fans. Steeler fans actually are funny.
Yeah, they are.
And we're
One
stupid
of them
sometimes.
One of them
What's-
said that,
What's that?
they don't like, one thing they don't like about the NFL right now is these quarterbacks. A lot of these so-called quarterbacks, actually, they are running backs with some quarterback skill. Now, I detected there was some racism in their tone.
But do you overall agree with that?
Well, here's the thing. That may be true. But who are you talking? Are you talking about Josh Allen? Because
That's what
nobody
who they
runs
talking
more
about.
than
I'm
Josh
on Lamar,
Allen.
Who they talking about?
I think they talking about Jalen Hurts. They talking about Lamar. But like
What boy
I
you
said,
talking
who
about?
runs
What boy
more
you
than
talking
Josh
about?
Allen?
Well, that's funny a Steeler will say that, because I'm going to take that comment, which I don't necessarily disagree with, and I think who watches the most college here is me and Percy. Shug, you may watch some, Egg, you may watch some, but me and Percy like into it. I've looked at some of these quarterbacks, and now, Rashad, with the commentary you just gave, I agree with. I think you're dead on. I think what I said about the rules being dead on. But now, quarterbacks, the way, I'm going to go past 5 years. I'm going to say from 2020 up to now. They're not even judging quarterbacks on completion percentage anymore. They're judging differently the way how many touchdowns does he rush for? What's his average yards per rush? He rushed for 800 yards last year. I'm like, wait a minute. How many touchdowns did he throw? What's his complete? We're getting away from the throwing aspect. They're judging him differently. And the NFL is suffering for it. If you're telling me I have to have a choice, now I'm going to leave the super athlete quarterbacks like Steve Young and John Elway out of the equation. Because they didn't just run, they could throw too. If you're telling me I have an option of getting a quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards, 30 plus touchdowns with a minimum of 4-to-1 interception ratio, interception touchdown ratio, as opposed to my quarterback rushing for 1,000 yards. Typically, I don't want my quarterback running for 1,000 yards. I typically, there's some really good ones out there, but I don't know. They're judging it wrong. The platform, how we're viewing it, is now. So I get the running back becoming a little bit of quarterback because it's the aspect of college, Ed.
Well, here's
How
the
is
thing.
it doing that?
Here's the thing. You may not necessarily need him to run for 1,000 yards, but it would be good if he could run for 600 or 700. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because first of
That's
all,
like 20 first downs.
first of all, I heard one general manager say not too long ago, anonymously, I don't know who it was, but he said, in today's NFL, if your quarterback can't move, like you said, you don't have to be Randall Cunningham or Vic or Steve Young, but if your quarterback can't move around, he said, I don't know what you're doing. That's the first thing. Secondly, what you just described about the yards and the completion percentage and the at least 30 touchdowns and all that, you just described Kirk Cousins. And all of us know you're not winning anything with Kirk Cousins.
Well, I described Matt Stafford too.
Yeah, but Stafford.
He's not mobile, and neither is Jared Goff. He's probably a bad example, but Stafford's not mobile.
So he's not. So if you're not going to be mobile, then you better be good pre-snap. You better have a missile forearm. You better be intelligent like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Matt Stafford. Even toward the end of Roethlisberger's career, he was seeing what was about to happen. He had to because his body couldn't take it anymore.
Well, my example was kind of leaning more toward those guys, not Kirk Cousins. So, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I'm not here to extol the virtues of Kirk Cousins. Believe me, I'm not. That's not what we're here for. Yeah. It was about the other four examples, not that one. Yeah. But no, I got you. If look, rushing for 500 yards, 600 yards, that's a lot of first downs. That's a lot of drives that you get to keep going. No question. Yeah. But, I mean, if you have a quarterback to rush for 1,000, that's great. But Lamar in one season threw 40 touchdowns and had 4 interceptions. I'm focusing on that completion percentage, his yards, touchdown, interception ratio. My eyes didn't go straight to how many yards he rushed for that year.
Right.
That was a great addition. I can't imagine how many first downs he got that year. But that 40-4, 10-1, that's what you focus on.
That's crazy. And
That's what you focus on.
You know what's even crazier? He turned it over 4 times the whole season. Turned it over twice in the playoffs.
You had to bring that up, didn't you?
No, it's the craziest.
You know what?
It's inexplicable. It's inexplicable, man.
These wily. Look, I know I was impressed with the Ravens shutting the Bengals out. On the other note, I was impressed. I was a little worried about A-Chain and the Dolphins against my boys. I was hoping he didn't bust us upside the head, but we really clamped on him. We got him. He was the one to take out of the game. He was the one to take out of the game. And
if they were gonna upset,
And if that game would have been in Miami, and it would have had to been in Miami. In Miami might have been a different story.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, Pittsburgh's still a tough place to play.
No question.
I've been saying that all year. Still a tough place to play.
Yeah, you've been saying it since they built that.
Especially if you play them once every 2 or 3 years. You ain't used to that. You couldn't play in Miami. Ain't no way.
I saw something. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I saw something Rodgers did in the Ravens game. He did the same thing in the Dolphins game. He's slinging the rock. Well, one of the differences is from this year and last year is, as we know, Russ lost all of December. He went on 4 in December. And I said that if I don't see Rodgers losing all the 4 games in this month. And he's already won 2, so he's already won 2 more than last year. So that's a positive thing for us. But another thing I've seen with these old, wily veteran quarterbacks like Phillip Rivers and Rodgers and Matt Stafford is they've seen so much. Against y'all, this is what Rodgers did. This is honestly what I think was the key to the game for the Steelers. You know they just picked up Adam Thielen off of waivers, right?
Yeah.
He got 1 week of practices, and then you got to play against the Ravens. He don't know nothing about Ravens-Steelers matchup. This is new to him. This is first game with us. Rodgers and the Steelers knew Adam Thielen was not going to be a big part of this game plan. He just wasn't. He's old. He's slow. He can still catch, and he can still finish the route. I think that was the key of why DK, y'all was doubling DK, but they looked like soft doubles. They weren't like up on him, like what Seattle did, like what Buffalo did. They had a cornerback and safety follow him. I think when in the second drive of the game, Rodgers in that Raven game, he hit Thielen right down the middle of the field for like an 8-yard reception. Thielen caught it. He didn't even look like he wanted to run after the catch. He caught and started backing up and just fell down close to the first down mark, and then now 2nd and 2. I think that pass made the Ravens think Thielen was going to be a bigger part of the game plan than he actually was.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he intended to throw it to him anymore. There was some plays that Rodgers was hooking up with DK that he hadn't done all year. Well, I ain't going to say done all year. He did it to Minnesota. He did it to a couple teams. But it's been a while. And I'm looking at that. I'm like, why is DK Metcalf that open?
Yeah, I
Thielen
hear you, Mel.
drew
I'm-
unnecessary attention. He drew. That's my take on it. No, go ahead. That's my take on it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, I was gonna say I'm right with you, Mel. I'm a big fan of the Bill Belichick motto: take away your strength, man. If you gonna beat me, it ain't gonna be with the guy that's beating everybody else. So
not gonna be with this guy.
DK
Right.
Metcalf, he's all you all have. I mean, legitimately, as far as a legitimate threat, somebody that can really take it to the house from anywhere on the. Nobody else on that team can take it to the house from anywhere on the field. DK take it from anywhere. He'll take it from the one in his own
Right.
territory. So I would be like, look, man. I tell my secretary, he better not have a catch. I don't give a crap if what's the boy that you say better than Zay?
Calvin Austin. I think that's what Shaw's talking about.
Well, the piggyback off of what Shard is saying, I agree with him, but I'm gonna come at it from a bit of a different angle. And you know, we don't make excuses. We just talk football, and it is what it is, right? But one of the things I had noticed in this Raven game, and I hate to take it to our level when we played, but you know when we played, the only people I trusted was you and Shard. Rashard was my slot and or tight end. You were my X or Y. You like to play it to my right. Sometimes I would put you in the Y and you X, and you would come in motion just to mix it up a little bit. But near the end of the game, if it was tied, I only trusted throwing to you and Shard. That's
Well,
what.
Derek too. The few times he played.
Okay, all right. I'll throw Derek in there. Good tight end. Derek, no question. I think I saw some stuff in that Raven game where I think Aaron Rodgers now is trusting his receivers. He threw on 3rd and 8 that left sideline to Calvin Austin when he was on Nate Wiggins. And he threw a pass to Calvin that he hadn't thrown to Calvin all year. He threw it before Calvin turned around. And then he caught it. They got the first down. They kept the drive going. They either got a touchdown or a field goal. I don't remember. The point is, he did the same thing against the Dolphins defense. He is now, I think, the 13th game. No, I'm here.
But yeah, no, I would.
I'm here.
Calvin Austin beat me all day, man. So be it. If he's gonna beat me,
Yeah, they don't have
Y'all there?
Right.
Yeah,
You
but-
shake his hand.
What's his name? Brian Moose.
Don't let DK get off.
Yeah, just don't let DK
Tight
do
end.
it, man.
Any of them.
And the boy, the
I
running
agree.
back, whatever. Cause he, you know,
Gainwell.
Calvin Austin might fumble or drop a pass. Fry moves, he ain't gonna take it to the house on you. He'll get a little first down for you every hand, you know, now and again. He ain't gonna go for a buck 52 touchdowns like DK will on your butt. So I'm shocked that DK had I think he had 120 receiving yards, something like that against us. I'm shocked that happened.
Yeah, that's
He's all-
unacceptable.
he's
Considering
only
he's
had-
the only receiver. Like you
Yeah.
said, that AFC Championship game when the Patriots
Babe.
beat
Is your internet on?
Mahomes first time. Belichick literally triple teamed. I'm not exaggerating. He triple teamed Tyreek Hill. So,
Right.
so he was saying, Kelsey is going to have to beat me. This is
Right.
Hall of Fame Travis Kelsey, and he was
Right,
saying
right.
he's going to have to beat me.
Yeah,
Tyreek Hill will not beat me.
Yep.
I'm good with that. You gonna take the main out? Take them out
Yep.
because it throws that rhythm off. I'm good with that.
No, my podcast is paused.
You're banking on that.
I'll
But-
take my chances
but
with
now-
one of the.
When take your chances with what?
I'm just gonna say I take my chances with one of the other guys dropping a pass in a crucial situation. You know, doing something stupid like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Zach Orr learned. Unfortunately, he had to go to the school of hard knocks. The play that really burnt him. I know it's frustrating that they weren't getting pressure with four guys. I get it, brother, but
Right.
it's suicide blitzing guys. And this is what Mill was saying about these veteran quarterbacks. If you blitz guys like Aaron Rodgers, you are going to lose.
Yeah.
I don't know how more plain I can be. It's look. You know the ironic thing about this blitzing thing? You are doing exactly what he wants you to do.
Yep.
They hate pressure with four guys.
Right.
They hate it, and I think that's why now that Tavius Robinson back, I think that's a reason why we got a better chance next time we see this.
That's a good point. They got to figure out what you're doing, and you got all them guys dropping back.
Yep.
You back, Mill? There you go.
Steeler King is back. Now, but no audio.
You good? There you go.
Well, we hear you.
We see you.
Y'all hear me pretty good?
Yeah. And we was getting a little into, I know it's down the road when we see y'all again. We got to still see if that game is even going to mean anything. Now,
Right.
I think I
It
like
is.
our chances this Sunday. I'm not liking y'all chances too much this Sunday, Mill.
Who they got?
I'll pick this as a loss.
They go to Detroit. They go to Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Detroit. Now, you know they eating 6-2.
That's true. So that brings up what I was
Detroit
about
frauds,
to say.
man. Y'all can get them. They frauds.
Well, they may be frauds, but they some talented frauds.
They talented. They fraudulent.
And they talented and they desperate. Those are two combinations out of luck.
The third year that people have touted them as a Super Bowl
Yeah.
contender.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Nah.
Well, all I know is I can sit here in this office chair I'm in right now talking to my family that I know how to beat Jared Goff. And I know the Steelers should know how to. The same way almost like you beat, huh?
They might be the third best team in their own division.
They probably are.
Okay.
You really think about it. I don't know, bro. I don't see.
You beat Goff the same way you beat Flacco. You rush him up the middle. You get him out of the pocket. Jared Goff doesn't want to go get the mail. Forget scrambling on the NFL field.
Yeah, you don't want to move.
Get him moving. Left or right, I don't care. Get him moving.
I agree.
That's how you beat Brady. That's the same way you beat Brady.
But yeah, I think he says it. But before I got disconnected, on this terrible internet connection I have. I thought it was good. But I think Rodgers' trust in his receivers, the moral of the story, Ed, before I got disconnected. I think his trust, look, 13 games in, new quarterback, new offensive coordinator, new wide receiver. You got all these new moving pieces on the offense, and now you be like, all right, you gotta go play together. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. You need trust. You need to know
Well,
when I throw it to you, Ed. I remember one game at Milford Mill. I hate to get nostalgic, right? The game was 14-14. And when we were going toward, I guess that was the east part of the field, as the sun is setting on a Saturday evening, the sun was actually in my eyes. And we used to have this play when we grew up called the pump fake bomb, right?
Right.
Except it was reversed. You were the quarterback, I was a receiver. You would fake it to me and I stopped. Then when they came in, I would run by them. That worked for like 10 years.
right.
And then later on, I was the quarterback, you the receiver. But we still ran the same play. So we decided to do that. And so what happened was, whoever was my son, I think it was Rodney at the time, snapped the ball to me. I snapped it. When the sun was setting, right about where this ring light is flashing in my face, I actually couldn't see you.
Right. Right.
Snap. So I'm going through the motions. I faked it. I could see you on the line of scrimmage. You went about 10 yards. I faked it. Then when you made the break when the cornerback came in, I threw it to a spot and technically didn't see where you were going to be. You caught it. They caught you. We scored a touchdown a couple plays later and won the game. That's what I think is building.
That's trust.
You need, if you're a quarterback in the NFL, how you gonna go somewhere if you don't trust your receivers? I think that Ravens game, he finally got around to trusting. The real test is gonna be Sunday at 4:30 against that Lions defense. If he can throw three touchdowns, open that running game up, I think we got a great chance to win. If he continues this trust going on. That's my take.
Okay.
Yeah, that's,
We'll probably still lose, but whatever.
they got a pretty good.
He probably is game.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Shad.
Oh, I was just gonna say, he probably is gaining more trust, granted, but he really trusted Devontae Adams. He trusted Greg Jennings. He trusted Donald Driver.
He got Valdez Scantling. He threw a touchdown to him Monday. That's one of his own receivers. Yeah. He threw his second touchdown of the game was to Valdez Scantling.
Was it in the second half?
No, first half.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he hit him on a shallow cross. Just threw it out there. It looked like a play they ran a million times.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, word on the street? Now, it's not just the word on the street. The Jets just let Donald Driver go. Not Donald Driver.
Good Lord.
I said Donald Driver.
Late 90s. Hey, he ain't even played in the 2000s, I don't think.
What's the receiver? I know. That was on the Jets. And now he's
Lazard.
Alan Lazard has just been released. Rodgers he trails these receivers he knows with them. I wouldn't be surprised by the playoff if Lazard was in a Steeler uniform. I really wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
He probably will be.
Trust.
He probably will be. He would trust him more than anybody on that team.
That's it.
Yeah, that Lions game
Yeah.
is gonna be difficult, man.
And
They
he
have that maniac they got over there, Hutchinson, man. That's gonna be
Hutchinson.
difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a one man pass rush. You don't have to blitz just because of that fool. So Aaron's gonna have to be patient.
TJ.
Right, Aaron's gonna have to be patient. The line's not gonna have to blitz. They're gonna rush. They're 3, 4, maybe 5. So he's just gonna have to be patient and not hold the rock. They're gonna have to dink and dunk their way down the field. If he's holding the rock for a big play, he's gonna get a repeat of that. It was that game, the last
Bills
game.
game.
Was it the Bills or Packers that they were
The Bills.
turning up? It was the Bills. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's
Buffalo.
gonna have
It was Buffalo. It was Buffalo. Yeah, no, I can't. I ain't got no smoke with that.
lean on the
If
run
y'all
game.
win this game, I don't care how it happens. If y'all win this game, I really will reevaluate things. And for us, the key game is not even this Sunday. I'm pretty sure we're going to win Sunday.
Okay. What? Excuse me.
I'm worried about going to Green Bay. That's the game I'm worried about.
Oh. Okay.
If we win that one, ironically the same division, the NFC North, whatever.
No.
If we win that one, and if y'all win this Sunday, I will look at the Ravens and Pittsburgh much differently than I do today.
I hear you. I agree with that. I ain't got no smoke with that. Yeah, beating Detroit in Detroit will be a signature win. Not a conference win. Actually, for common opponents, y'all are ahead of us. Y'all have a better record than us in common opponents. We will get close if the Patriots somehow wind up beating y'all. We beat New England early this year.
You know what?
So we've beaten, y'all beating the Bears.
I don't get that, Mill.
Understand what?
The Patriots Ravens thing. So I've been reading
No, you're right.
today. Reading the articles today, and
Mm-hmm.
they're saying things like this will be the Patriots statement, and I'm like, ain't they the ones that's 11-3 or whatever it is? So everybody's talking like,
Well, Sean,
His
they,
name.
they didn't play a first place schedule like what the Ravens played this year,
That's
like what
true.
the Chiefs had to play this year.
that's true, but we
Yeah.
have looked.
Well, Sean, I'm gonna be.
We looked anemic in the majority of our games. I don't in Vegas. I don't know what the devil. We favor by
Sean?
3.
No.
You know I'm a Ravens
No.
fan, but good lord.
Sean, I'm gonna tell you where it comes from. The Steelers get this a lot, only because we've been in existence a couple decades longer than the Ravens. We've been getting it longer. It's only because we've been around longer. But Tomlin used to have this phrase: "It's only a 5-star matchup because we're in it." You got some subpar teams. You got some teams like, if the Steelers would have played Tennessee this Sunday, that would be Tennessee's Super Bowl. Now, I'm not saying New England is the equivalent of Tennessee with only one or two wins. What I am saying, the cumulative effect of the Ravens winning 12, 13, 14 games every year, this is the culmination of it. They're not looking at the Ravens necessarily what y'all done this year. That's how fans see it.
Right.
You know what the Patriots see? AFC Championship, 14-3, 2-time MVP. They see double-digit wins, and I don't mean 10. Y'all been winning at least 12 games every year for the past 5 years. That's great. That's what they see. So they like, look, we played the Patriots. They gonna get up for y'all. They got up for us. And we looking like, man, what's wrong with y'all? I'm gonna tell you what happened. What's up, Ed?
The same thing I just said about y'all in this Sunday and the Ravens when we go to Green Bay in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
If Drake May walk out of this town with a W this Sunday, I will look at him a lot different. I will shake his hand. I will say, okay, he beat, just like I just said about Detroit, a talented and desperate team on their turf. And it's getting cold outside. If he walk out of there, then we can have a different conversation about Drake May. Because I don't think it's going to happen, bro.
I got you. Well, Drake May got a thumbs up from me. He's a really good quarterback. How we beat New England in the third game of the year, we got up 14-0. We got up early on them. We got a 14-0. But we allowed them to tie the game. But I think the physical dominance was established. We took the retread wide receiver from Montgomery County, Stephon Diggs. We kind of took him out of the game because really, outside of Stephon Diggs, well, they got a good running back in Travion Henderson. So I ain't gonna say Stephon Diggs is the only thing they got. He's not. We got up on him early, forced him to throw every down, which they actually didn't do that at. Good point. They actually stuck with the run game down 2 touchdowns. So Vrabel got a game plan, and it's going to take a major force to get him out of it. That's going to be an interesting game, Patriots, Ravens. That's because ours is at 4:30. Yours is at what, 1?
We the Sunday night game.
Yeah, it's a night game, 8:15.
Oh, yes. That's,
We knew what they was doing.
oh my God, that's perfect.
That's actually in our favor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is one of those Lions Den games that Brian Billick used to talk about.
If they win the all black, man, if they win the all black, it's over.
We wore our color rush Monday. Yeah, we wore our color rush Monday. All right, well, I mean, that Drake May made some plays. We intercepted him twice. We sacked him a bunch of times. Drake can be rattled. Drake can be rattled.
You bring the times up, but they'll have already known the results of y'all game. So that's
Yeah.
More.
Right.
Oh, right.
Y'all game will be over. Everybody
Right.
will be over.
That's absolutely a good point, nephew. Yeah.
Now, and these second-year quarterbacks, look, I like Drake May. I even like Bo Nix. But what you were saying before about, I know Sean Payton is carrying him. I know, but they got the best record in the AFC. He's doing a good job of carrying them. But what you were saying earlier about Peyton Manning and Matt Stafford and Phillip Rivers, these guys who have seen, even Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton has seen it all at this point in his career. Can't say that about Drake May. He hasn't seen anything.
It's a lot he hasn't seen.
He gonna
It's a lot.
He finna see something.
Right. Boy, I tell you, if y'all did do the Drake May, what y'all did to Joe Burrow, I expect a resounding win for y'all Sunday.
I tell you what, how about he they turned it over 5 times against y'all? How about that? Give us a few of them. And
it went on interception. TJ forced one fumble and recovered it. You know, he does that. He just I think y'all gonna get it done Sunday. I think y'all gonna win.
Yeah, I feel good about this.
I think y'all gonna win Sunday. I think we're gonna lose to the Lions. We're gonna be tied again.
I think y'all gonna get it.
We could get them. We have the capabilities of getting them. You know, both of their starting safeties and a starting cornerback are out for Detroit. I think the difference.
That's huge. Losing Branch is huge.
They don't have Herbie Joseph, Brian Branch, or the other safety. We got to expose, and it's inside, so we ain't got to worry about whether or not the weather's a problem. We just won. Kickoff was 17 in Pittsburgh Monday. It's 17 degrees.
What people say about Detroit's defense and Detroit's style of play, man, they don't play with the same AFC North physicality. It's just different.
Yeah.
It's not the same. I mean, that's why.
You call them finesse?
I'm not saying that. It's just different, bro.
Yeah.
It's a different level. It's different levels of physicality. It's just different, bro. And to sustain that for 4 quarters is different. You may hit them in the mouth early on, but to be doing it in the 4th quarter and everybody tired and beat up, that's a whole different thing, man.
Look, let me ask y'all something about Detroit.
Go ahead.
Before the season started, I heard some people saying they are going to miss. They lost both of their coordinators. The one is the head coach in the Jets, right? And the other one is head coaching. You see what Chicago is doing.
Chicago.
I heard some people saying they was going to miss him. I didn't know they was going to miss him this bad.
I mean, they were scuttling early on. They were having a hard time, but they've rebounded a bit, you know.
Look,
8-6 from the top seed to 8-6.
I was listening to a podcast on the way back from Polk County earlier today, right? and I was listening to a Locked On series, and all it is Locked On has a representative from every team in this podcast series, right?
Okay.
And the representative for the Lions, she said Detroit is 5-5 in their last 10 games, and this is how they've gone: win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss.
I'm looking at it. You right.
She's like, the past 10, it's like they put it together for a week, and then next week just forget all. Now the issue is they lost last week to the Rams, so they due for a win against us.
That's another reason I'm not too thrilled about the Steelers' chances this Sunday.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to run the ball. I think Rodgers going to have to put it up in the air. And in the dome, with that hobbled secondary, he got to throw me 3 touchdowns.
He got to hit the ball in his hands, though. He can't hold on to the ball.
He did, nephew. I agree. That 42-year-old back ain't going to take that hit. Too many of them Joe Bosa hits.
But see, defenses know that. So Buffalo, when I saw y'all play Buffalo knew Aaron wanted the ball out quickly. You could tell by the way they were playing, he's going to get rid of it in 2 seconds or less.
And you know another thing? In that Dolphin game, he took 2 sacks in the first half.
Really?
Now, in both sacks, I got to give, not to the offensive lineman, Ed. Aaron held on to the ball. And the second sack, I'm watching the game, he had Gainwell open. Like college open. And Aaron like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, Aaron, what are you doing? Throw it. Oh, Dolphins on the sack, 8-yard loss. I'm like, okay, now you're going to irritate me. Now you're about to irritate me. So you're right, nephew. If you want to sit there and think you're going to make that big play like you did against Minnesota on an 80-yard cross, a touchdown, first play of the game, DK Metcalf 50 yards down the right. All right, those are great. Those are outliers. Gainwell gets the ball, and every time he touches the ball, it seems like he averages 8 yards. The boy is killing for us this year. Him and Warren. Gainwell's numbers are, if he was the starter and Warren wasn't cutting into him, he'd be up there with James Cook. But they have to share the carries. If all those carries funnel to one or the other, they'd be a top 5 running back in the NFL. They absolutely would. I got to look at both of their limited numbers and combine them to make one running back. But it is what it is. It's been working. Yeah, if he hold the ball with Detroit, I think that's the key for us. If you hold on to the ball with Aiden Hutchinson breathing down your neck, on your blind side, with the third string tackle we have,
That's another.
he's going to need
reason
some help. He's going to need some help.
That's another reason I'm a little worried. If I'm
Hutchinson is a bull. He's not a dog, because a Chihuahua is a dog. A Yorkshire Terrier is a dog. He's a bull.
Not all pass rushers have a constant motor. But of course, TJ, a young, healthy TJ, his brother.
Y'all had one.
Who?
Michael McCray.
Michael McCray had a motor.
They don't stop.
That's what
They don't
Hutchinson. That's what Hutchinson is.
Yeah. McCray had a motor.
Yeah. A lot of them are talented. Some of them are Hall of Fame, but a motor, and just.
Remember when y'all picked up Elvis Dumerville?
To me,
He had a motor.
You think so? I don't think so.
Oh, really? Okay. I thought Dumerville had a motor. No? He picked and choose? He picked and choose his spots?
Yes.
Okay.
It sounds like Percy disagrees with that.
No, I agree with you, man.
Oh, you agree? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought Dumerville was that big. Okay. All right.
By the team we got to us,
I think some of these guys are in the Hall of Fame, and they didn't necessarily have a. Oh, you know who else had a motor? The guy from Minnesota, Jared Allen.
Okay.
Motor. Every play,
with the Raiders.
every play, he believes he can get a sack. Every play. So, yeah, those are just some things to throw out there when it comes to to that yard game.
Do you think they're gonna chip him, or just double him, straight up double him, or chip him, or what?
I mean, I haven't looked at no all-22 on Aiden Hutchinson, but the chip, I mean, yes, and double him, yes. I think we're gonna do both, yes. For the safety and health of our starting quarterback, yes. Yeah. And the good thing I like about Aiden is he moves around.
Yeah.
Aiden moves around. See, TJ is these sometimes these veterans get stuck in their ways. TJ just wants to line up on one side. I mean, that's fine. He's still making plays for us. But I would have liked this scene during the course of TJ's career. I think it would have helped him more. Up the middle, off guard, the 1-tech, the 3-tech, the 5-tech, outside rusher on both sides, all of it.
Well,
It just
I can't speak for when y'all play anybody else, but I understand why y'all do it against us, because Lamar's right-handed, and you are the same thing that Jarrell used to do against you. They never moved Jarrell from that spot, because they knew you really wanted to run right. They never moved him. I'm
so
sure
you saying Lamar want to run right, and that's why
he would prefer if push come to shove, he's going to run right. So y'all set it up so that he's running into TJ. So that's the reason why y'all do it against us. Now I
Okay.
can't speak for the other team.
Okay, fair enough. Lamar does scramble off tackle, off guard to the right a lot.
It would if y'all was playing against Michael Vick in his prime, he's left-handed, y'all would put TJ on the other side.
On the other side, I got you. Okay, I ain't gonna smoke with that. I ain't gonna smoke with that. I hear you on that.
Scores. Everybody, we about to wrap up. What's the scores gonna be?
I like the Ravens.
Mill not gonna like my score.
Well, and I'm gonna start with my boys. Before the season started, I had this locked in as a loss. I did. I said, "Oh no, we're not going to Detroit and winning this game." I'm gonna change my pick. I think we are gonna take this one.
Okay.
Oh, look at you. I'm proud of you.
And the reason why is we have a defensive tackle named Derek Harmon, right?
He coming back? He playing?
He's playing. And the reason why that's significant is I'll exclude the Dolphin game because he missed the Dolphin game too. But through the first 13 games of the year, he played 9 and he missed 4. In the 9 games that he played, we average giving up less than 100 yards on the ground. It's like 91. The 4 he's missed, the Jet game, over 200. The Raven game, over 200. The Bills game, over 200. And somebody else, the Chargers game, 170, 180.
Almost 200.
When he is on the field, he's accounting for 100 less rush yards a game. I was waiting to extrapolate that because I don't think a 5-game sample is enough. Now I'm 13 games in. I've seen the difference he makes at 9, and I've seen what happens when he's not there in the other 4, and it's not even close. He's playing Sunday, and I think that's going to move those running backs to places they don't want to go. I was waiting to see if he was cleared to play. If he wasn't going to play, I'm giving it to Detroit. He's playing, I'm giving it to the Steelers.
Okay. All right. Score.
Steelers 27-24.
Okay.
3 touchdowns and 2 field goals.
I'll be impressed. All right. All right. First.
I'm going Steelers 2017.
All right. That's interesting what you're saying about Harmon. I had heard he was hurt. I didn't know he was playing.
Yeah.
So what I would do if I was Detroit, and once again, he doesn't have his coordinators, Dan Campbell's left to fend for himself. I heard he's calling the plays now.
Yeah.
He took the offensive playbook.
when you run an organization, which is what you're doing as a coach, you got
Right.
3 guys. You got the practice squad. You got this general manager calling you every 5 minutes if you in one of those type
So
situations.
you don't like that? You don't like that?
I mean, I
doing
prefer,
too much.
especially a culture guy like him, like we
Mm-hmm.
talked about last week. He need a Ben Johnson. He had Ben Johnson last year. They had the top seed. I don't think that's a coincidence. But I'm not even going to get into that. We can
Okay.
do our picks and everything and wrap this up.
Right.
What I would do if I was Detroit, I wouldn't even so much hand the ball to Jameer Gibbs. He's excellent coming out the backfield. And it's not too many people in the NFL that can keep up with that. Blaze,
I can't. I could.
I don't know, man.
he looks fast on TV. You know how
I
on
know.
TV they look different. Sometimes they look slow. He look fast.
I know.
He's great. So I'm
The
going
book
to
is a
say,
burner. He's a burner.
I'm going to say this. Oh, and Jamison Williams, the receiver.
Oh, yeah.
He may not be polished, but he fast. Him and Jameer Gibbs always arguing back and forth who's faster. But I
They
mean,
will.
it's 1 and 1A.
Yeah,
I'm
they
going
will.
to say this game gets away from Pittsburgh a little bit.
I got you.
37, 17, something like that.
Ooh,
Yeah. I really think so.
Three touchdowns, Ed.
good
Yeah.
Lord, I don't see that. Man,
Well-
that-
We give up 37 to Detroit. Now, Detroit still has a high-powered offense. I don't fully believe in that defense. If they score 37, I think we can score more than 17, even if we lose. We better score more than 17 with that offense they got. We're going to have to put up at least 4 touchdowns with several field goals. Just going to have to score more than 30 points.
37-20 then. 37-20.
Oh, wow. Jeez, he added a field goal, nephew. Oh, gracious.
Can I be
All right.
merciful?
Yeah, thanks.
Now, Emil, what you think about our game?
I think y'all gonna get this done, and my hesitancy is this. Here's why I hesitate. Not giving the Ravens the victory. I'm hesitating with the score because this is what Vrabel. I'm gonna give you a real life example of the culture where I think he's a perfect fit for New England. We were up 14-0. Our first 2 drives of the game, we scored touchdowns. Right? The Patriots, in their first 3 drives, did a 3-and-out, 1 first down, and a 3-and-out. When we are 14-0, it's like midway early in the second quarter. And Vrabel doesn't want to get the game out of hand. We kicked the ball off, buried them deep on a kickoff. They brought it out to like maybe the 10-yard line. 2 plays later, they like 3rd and 4 or 3rd and 3 from their own 15. We stopped them. He didn't punt. Vrabel went for it on 4 and 2 or 4 and 3 from their own 15-yard line. And they got it. I think he sent the message with that. And guess what? That was a touchdown drive. The players got to believe, if you say it, they have to believe that you believe what you say. I'm looking at this game, I'm like, now I know Dan Campbell goes for it a lot on 4th down. But you on your own 15. If you don't get this, we're going to go up 21-0. He's hedging it.
Game. You saying this is the game right here?
He's hedging the entire game on that one play. Because Drake May not coming back 21-0. And at the end of that drive, it was 14-7. I saw Vrabel differently. Going forward on your own 15 is not even something Dan Campbell would do. But he did it. And that's the culture he's bringing to New England. So I think the Ravens are going to win. I'm struggling with the score because I know I know Mike Vrabel is a little dirty and he encourages cheap shots. He did that a lot in Tennessee. I think the Ravens are going to win. It's not going to be a lot of scoring. Ravens 2017.
2017. All right, Percy.
I was going high. I'm thinking it's gonna be in the 30s, man.
Really? Okay.
I'm just looking historic. I mean, Patriots put up points, man. I mean, against some pretty good defenses. Even I look at Cleveland. To me, I think Cleveland is still people don't talk about. They got a really good defense.
They got top 5 defense.
I know they dropped 32 on their head. So
Oh.
we're gonna have to score. We're gonna have to score, man. So I'm gonna say in the 30s. I'm gonna be try to be loyal and say, look, man, because I want them to win. My heart's a bit in it.
Right.
I'm gonna go 33-30.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Scoring.
okay. I'm
Ravens. Sorry.
that's interesting. I say
Got it.
I say that Drake May. You know, we always talk about, oh, it's not the quarterback. People talk about the quarterback's 1-loss record. It's a team game. That's true. That's true. But if you look at almost any NFL game, the quarterback that plays the best, that team wins the game.
the
Now,
game.
you can't say that for the middle linebacker. You can't say that for the fullback. You can't
With
say
a
that
wide receiver.
for a special team guy, wide receiver. You could be a shutdown corner. It doesn't matter. All they got to do is just don't throw over there. like they did back in the day with Dion and Darrell Reeves. It doesn't matter. Yeah, he a shutdown corner, but who is he shutting down? They scared.
Yeah.
But the quarterback touches the ball every single play. He's the one that has the authority to change the play if he doesn't like it. If Drake May beats us, I really look at the Patriots as Super Bowl contenders for real. I'm not trying to be.
I hear you.
I would
I hear
say
you.
more so than Denver. More so than Denver.
Right.
You know. So
Right.
I'm gonna
I hear
say
you.
that we don't let that happen. And how about 31-24? Keep it simple.
Okay.
I like that. I hope so.
Well, my score will probably be that by halftime, it looks like. yeah, maybe by halftime. So basically, Ravens, Patriots, Steelers, Lions are going to be some high-scoring games. Except you don't think the Steelers are going to score a lot against Detroit's defense, eh?
I think Detroit might even be motivated to. I think they're going to cause a turnover or two. Not from Aaron Rodgers, but you know that thing that Jalen Warren does. Oh, by the way, he playing. All right, you know that thing that he does. It's almost like he wants the contact. He wants somebody to hit him just so he can spin off of him. You know.
Right. He's done that, yeah.
I mean, I've seen guys spin. You know, Saquon does the little spin and all that. But Saquon doesn't want you to hit him. So that type of thing can cause, Aiden Hutchinson is, that's why I call him a little mini baby TJ. He's a turnover guy. He makes, somehow the ball is always coming loose when he's around.
TJ's not playing.
Yeah, we didn't even get into the
TJ
that,
might get paid. I hear he got a serious lawsuit in his hands.
that happened at your facility?
Yep. He gonna win that lawsuit. They gonna pay him.
It's a process that he got done a lot in his career, dry needling. I don't know if he was taking the air out or putting air in, but dry
They
needling,
were saying that sometimes they put medicine in it.
yeah.
Kind of help your body recover, whatever.
Well, they hit his lung.
Well,
You know, in his career, Monday was only the second time we've won without him in 13 games.
see,
2-11.
with TJ, I believe that we remember a couple of years ago when he was in his prime, especially a few years ago, when he was one of those 15 or 16 players in the NFL that I always tell you about that are just different from everybody else. He's not that guy anymore. So now Pittsburgh's 1-loss record with or without him is not the same.
It's not the same. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When during
I
that
got you.
time period, he absolutely. I used to say it all the time. I was a broken record. I know you got tired of me saying it, but I was like, "Oh, is TJ playing?" Well, I'm not saying that they for sure going to win, but they got a good chance. And the record said that, and he's not a quarterback, but the
Right.
record said if he's playing, the Pittsburgh got a good chance.
You got a good chance to
I
win.
can't say that anymore. I
Right.
can't say that anymore.
Well, I will say this. I know despite him losing a step, and you've been consistent with this, Ed, more than anybody else I know for the past 3, almost 4 years about him not being the same player. I will say this. They rolled down the backup edge rusher, Herbig, number 51. He had to play TJ's position for the whole 4 quarters. And they interviewed him, and they're like, hey, how did it go? He's like, I see why he makes the money he makes.
Thank you. That's what. That's all.
It's different.
I'm trying to say to you.
Even with his sack numbers down, which are really the only numbers that are down is sack numbers, which is big. It's still the responsibility and accountability on his shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah.
You still have to account for TJ. Now, Herbig made some plays Monday. He helped keep A-Chain less than 60 yards rushing. I think he rushed for, the Dolphins as a team rushed for 61.
It's the NFL. You
But-
want to make plays. But Mill, I get so tired of,
Mm-hmm.
I like J.J. Watt, I like him, but brother, please, can you stop talking? Look,
That's his little brother, Ed.
TJ's getting chipped. You don't say. Look, do you think Myles Garrett is getting chipped?
Yeah. Max Crosby still getting chipped on the sorry Raiders team.
And you would do the same thing. You a big brother. He can't help himself.
You ain't gonna let nobody pick with me, Ed. Come on now.
He got double teamed.
Yo.
You see him get held? I believe
Well, and he does get held alive.
That's a fact. But you know what? 4 or 5 years ago, he used to get held a lot, and it didn't matter because he
Didn't matter,
was wrecking
yeah.
game week after week. He was killing
Yeah.
it.
They shouldn't have JJ do stealing games anymore. They shouldn't have JJ do stealing games anymore.
The guy,
He's-
look, real quick before we wrap this up, your boy
Okay.
Mark Madden. I know you don't like him, Mark Madden, but he said he was glad when TJ got paid. It's worth it now, so now that JJ will shut up about it.
And you know another thing, you've been really hard on TJ and his contract. I just want to let you know why it works for the Steelers financially. As I was listening to one of my many Steeler podcasts that I listen to, this third contract he got was actually the one that he made money on. He had his rookie contract, right? Then his second one was a very team-friendly deal.
Really?
Yes. He was less than, like, he was fourth on the edge rusher list for his second one. And you know, there are two kinds of contracts in the NFL. There's the straight contract when your original contract is up, and then there's what we call extensions. This one he's working on now is an extension.
Right.
He was at 29 a year. They extended him just another 12. So I know it looks in totality, he's making 41 a year, which he actually is, but the extension money is actually only $12 million against the cap.
Okay.
People got to understand how the salary cap, and I didn't know that. I know you're like, oh, he at 41, he the highest paid this. Which is why after January 1st, if they want to cut him, it's only going to cost them $10 million. That's nothing. Because the extension was added on to what he was already being paid. So it's not a straight, fresh $41 million off this new salary cap when he re-signed it in 21. It's an extension of just 12 a year.
Okay, I got you.
That's the best way I can explain.
All right. Well, we'll see if they cut him. Steeler Nation would have a fit. And like I said, the Steelers not quite as cutthroat. Back in the day, y'all showed Franco Harris the door. Franco Harris.
And I'm telling you, this new general manager we got, Omar Khan,
Okay. All right.
He will-
got more power.
no. It's not a question. Omar Khan will cut him. And when he do, I'll send you a text. We'll have a little emergency podcast.
All right. We'll
Look,
see.
look, all these GMs, I like the GM that's able to recognize a mistake and move on from it. I appreciate GMs that can do that. You show me a GM that's batting 1,000. Nobody's batting 1,000, Ed. You know what mistake we made? Darius Slay. You know where Darius Slay was a month ago? Cut.
Yeah,
Juan Thornhill.
yeah.
Cut.
Don't be stubborn. Yeah.
He realizes it.
Realize your mistake and move off of it quickly.
Jalen Ramsey, still on the team, making plays. Jalen Ramsey.
You said the game about to tip off?
Yeah, it's tipping
Oh,
off now.
Okay, got you.
All right, fellas.
Next week, y'all.
I appreciate y'all. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
See you guys.
Good job.
All right.